On behalf of the New York Wine and Grape Foundation, welcome to tonight's Wine Awards ceremony. This evening, we are excited to announce the winners of the 38th Annual New York Wine Classic Competition. Thank you for joining us as we unveil the recipients of the Best of Class and Best of Category awards and honor the prestigious Governor's Cup winner, the competition's top wine, and recognize the Winery of the Year winner for the best overall showing by a winery. You will also hear about the ongoing partnership between the New York Wine and Grape Foundation and the Beverage Testing Institute, which meticulously judged over 700 wines entered by more than 100 wineries from across the state. While we wait for everyone to get logged in, we'd like to review a few logistical details. If you find yourself with streaming issues, try limiting other users in your office or your household. You may need to close out all other browsers, or you might find it helpful to log out and log back in using Firefox or Chrome. Please feel free to communicate with tonight's wineries and other attendees via the chat feature. Be sure to select All Panelists and Attendees option in the drop-down field, as it often defaults to panelists only. Today's webinar is being recorded and streamed to Facebook Live. To begin today's ceremony, I would like to introduce Sam Filler, Executive Director of the New York Wine and Grape Foundation. Sam, I'll hand it over to you. Oh, you're muted, Sam.
Sorry. Thank you, Jen, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for our New York Wine Classic celebration. I'm pleased to kick things off tonight with some remarks from New York State Commissioner of Agriculture and Markets, Richard Ball. Richard Ball has been commissioner for several years now. He is a great champion of the industry, and he recorded some remarks for us tonight to view. And so I'll turn over to Commissioner Ball now. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here with you today and to be a part of this event honoring the very best of New York's wine and grape industry at the 38th Annual New York Wine Classic. New York's winemakers are incredibly important to our agricultural industry, supporting our grape growers and helping to fuel New York's economy. We've got a lot to be proud of. New York ranks fourth in the United States in the number of wineries. We've got over 500 wineries and farm wineries in all corners of our state. And we're number 3 in terms of total wine production. With the rising quality of our wines and interest at an all-time high, our winemakers are gaining fast recognition across the globe for something that we've known for a long time. New York is a premier winemaking region with some of the highest quality producers anywhere in the world. Through programs like Taste New York and the New York State Grown and Certified program, here at the department and the state, we work hard to support and promote our wineries so that you can grow and thrive. And we're pretty happy to brag about you. And I'm excited to know that despite some of the challenges that we all face, the industry is continuing to succeed. I look forward to seeing even more innovation and growth and tasting delicious world-class wines created by you, the great minds in this industry. And that's what this is all about today. We're celebrating all of you. So on behalf of the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets, I raise my glass to all of you, all of New York State's winemakers, you who continue to set themselves apart and produce some of the very best wines in the world. Proud to be a part of it with you here today, and send my sincere congratulations to the winners of the New York Wine Classic and to all the wineries who entered this most prestigious competition. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Ball. And now I'd like to talk about our partnership with the Beverage Testing Institute, also known as BTI. We started this relationship back in 2021, obviously because of COVID. And many of you who are veterans of the industry probably recall that the foundation, we would recruit our own set of judges. We would organize the wine submissions and hold them at our office, set up the flighting, did everything soup to nuts, and then we would get together towards the end of every summer at least the Harborfront Hotel in Watkins Glen and have 1 day of just really super tasting with our expert panel. and then we would do a press release with the governor's office to announce the winners. So there wasn't ever really a celebration like this, maybe on a one or off occasions, but it was really more of an internal tasting event. And so this is unique since COVID. We've flipped it around and turned it more into a celebration and recognition of the winners. And hopefully sometime soon, now that COVID is well behind us, we can go back to being in person and get together and celebrate the industry as a whole. So the reason we partnered with the Beverage Testing Institute is they're from Cornell originally, and they can provide a really consistent and transparent tasting process with their panel of experts who are trained to understand the typicity of New York State wines. And we're doing this work for the New Jersey Wine Grape Growers Association, and they highly recommended BTI. And I think BTI also offers a range of other services to wineries if you're interested in to help you improve the quality of your wines, understand your typicity, and they're just a really excellent partner to help us make this competition even better. So I'd like to turn it over to Gerald O'Kennard, who will briefly discuss the scoring process and the philosophy of the Beverage Testing Institute. Gerald, turn over to you.
Thank you so much, Sam. It's great to be here with everyone. And yes, this was a great year. It's our 5th year doing the New York Wine Classic. And yeah, let me talk a little bit about our process. First, everything is obviously tasted blind in our tasting lab in Chicago, so all the samples are shipped to us. We had approximately 14 judges this year that tasted the wines on 28 days over a couple of months. So our process is a little more expanded than the one that Sam described. And it's because we really take the time to analyze the wine and break it down. And as Sam said, we use our standards are the national and global standards for every category. So it's not one New York wine against another, as some competitions are framed. It's really each panelist is asked, how does this wine in front compare to their benchmark of a Cabernet, a Merlot, or Rosé from the US? And really, that's the basis of the comparison. And we always take typicity into account, as Sam said, because we are very familiar, being a New York corporation that started in Ithaca and have been tasting New York wines since 1981. We are very familiar with the regions and the typicity and can really inform that into the judgment process for the wines. So yes, this was great. I was personally involved in a couple of the panels, moderating them, and it's always such a pleasure to see the discovery of great wines from New York. They really do sing when they sing, and it's our panelists are composed of sommeliers, buyers, diploma WSET folks, and master of wine candidates. So it's a very skilled set of panelists that look at wines every day and have audiences and consumers that they buy for their establishments, or even media. We have some writers that are on our panels as well for their audiences. So it's we look really holistically at the wine too, instead of kind of breaking it down into individual components. We look at the totality of the wine like a consumer would and ask, how representative of this is this particular wine of its category, and kind of where is it rank in terms of quality. So that's what we do. We're honored to do that work for New York. It's part of our tradition, our heritage, and I just couldn't be more pleased with the relationship and the connection that we forged over these last 5 years. Thank you.
Thanks, Gerald. And now I'd like to introduce our hostess, moderator for tonight, the impeccable Wanda Mann, who you may be familiar with her blog, Wine with Wanda. And she is also the East Coast editor for Somm Journal and the Tasting Panel. She is a great friend to New York Wines and to the foundation. You may have seen her attending Bev New York over the past couple of years. And she is a fellow Manhattanite like me, New York native, a Cornellian. So she just hits all the right spots. And somehow, even though we're I guess technically neighbors, we never see each other in New York City, so we gotta change that. But we also anointed her tonight the governess of New York wines because unfortunately Governor Hochul won't be joining us. You may have seen in the news there was a tornado in Rome, New York, so she wasn't able to record her remarks for the Governor's Cup. So our governess for tonight will be presenting the Governor's Cup Award. And without further delay, Wanda, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sam. Only one correction. I actually did not go to Cornell, but I'm a big fan of the Cornell community and all of the wonderful people that I meet from there. But good evening and welcome, everyone. We appreciate you being here. As Sam said, my name is Wanda Mann, and I am so honored to host a 2020 award ceremony for the New York Wine Classic. So what led me here today? Well, professionally, I am a wine writer and presenter, but I am also a native New Yorker. So I just love this opportunity to cheer on my home state wines. Like so many people, when I started my wine studies, we were encouraged to focus overseas or on the other coast. What a missed opportunity. New York is known as the Empire State, but that empire doesn't just include skyscrapers and concrete. It includes 35,000 acres of vineyards and over 500 wineries. New York's wine industry is also an economic powerhouse. It generates more than $6.5 billion each year and employs 70,000 very hardworking New Yorkers. From the Finger Lakes to Long Island, Lake Erie to the Hudson River, New York is a winemaking powerhouse for sure. Not only do we have a rich winemaking history, we're innovative, we're creative and bold. That's why we say our wines are boldly New York. And critics and consumers are noticing. Popularity and respect for New York wines gain momentum each year. We have earned our place on the pedestal of the world's top regions. And like the mosaic of people that make up our beautiful state, our wines are incredibly diverse. A wide variety of grapes are grown here, and quality wines are made in every conceivable style. Now in its 38th year, the New York Wine Classic is our moment to celebrate our top wines and wineries and to let the world know, if you're not drinking New York wines, you are missing out. So without further ado, let's start the 2024 award ceremony for the New York Wine Classic. All right, I hear you all cheering out there, right? Everyone's pumped. Everyone has some New York wine in their glasses. So the first category will be, we're doing our best in class. First up is best specialty wine. Now, the vast majority of New York wines are made from grapes, but there is a rich tradition of making wine from other fruits and also from honey. So we like to recognize those star wines as well. So this year's best specialty wine is C.K. Cellar's Earl Estates Apple Enchantment. Best Cabernet Franc, Raphael Winery 2019 Cabernet Franc Reserve. Best Cabernet Sauvignon, Damiani Wine Cellars 2022 Cabernet Sauvignon. Best Oak Chardonnay, Glenora Wine Cellars 2022 Barrel Fermented Chardonnay. Best Unoaked Chardonnay, Bright Leaf Vineyard 2021 Chardonnay. Best Overall Chardonnay, Bright Leaf Vineyard 2021 Chardonnay. Best Forced Carbonation Transfer Method Sparkling, Fox Run Vineyards 2023 Estate Brillante Riesling. Best Fortified Wine, Portlake, Toast Winery 2022 Luminescence. Best Gewürztraminer, Ryan William Vineyard 2019 Gewürztraminer. Best Gruner Veltliner, Weiss Vineyards 2022 Gruner Veltliner. Best Iced Wine, Frozen After Harvest, Harbs Vineyard 2010 Proprietors Reserve Chardonnay Ice Wine. Best Blaufränkisch Limburger, Cayuga Lake Vineyards 2022 Blaufränkisch. So much diversity, so many interesting grapes and styles. It's just fascinating. We've only just started. Next slide, please. Best Merlot. There's no Merlot backlash in New York. We love Merlot. Harbs Vineyard 2014 Proprietors Reserve Merlot. Best Hybrid White Wine, Weiss Vineyards 2022 Heart of the Lake. Best Other Red Vinifera Varietal, McGregor Vineyard 2022 Saperavi Reserve. Best Other Vinifera White Varietal, Bedell Cellars 2022 Viognier. Best Pétillant Naturel, Inspire More Unsupervised Pétillant Naturel. I love some of these names are so creative, so fun. Best Petit Verdot, Pellegrini Vineyards 2019 Petit Verdot. Best Pinot Gris, Thirsty Owl Wine Company 2023 Pinot Gris. Best Pinot Noir, Wolfer Estate Vineyard 2020 Christian's Cuvée. Best Non-Vinifera Red Blend, Toast Winery 2022 Bougie Cuvée Rouge Red. Best Vinifera Red Blend, Pendar Vineyards Pythagoras. Best Riesling Dry, Small Holdings 2021 Dry Riesling. Best Riesling Medium Dry, Wagner Vineyards 2022 Semi-Dry Riesling. Best Riesling Medium Sweet, Red Newt Cellars Circle Riesling. That was medium sweet, I apologize. Best Riesling Medium Sweet, Red Newt Cellars Circle Riesling. Best Riesling Sweet, Dr. Constantine Frank Winery, 2022 Reserve Riesling. Best Overall Riesling, Dr. Constantine Frank Winery, 2022 Reserve Riesling. And Best Rosé, Fulkerson, 2023 Syrah Rosé. Best Sauvignon Blanc, Wolfer Estate Vineyard, 2022 Antonov Sauvignon Blanc. Best Traditional Method Sparkling, Damiani Wine Cellars, 2017 Brut Méthode Champenoise. Best Vinifera White Blend, Pendar Vineyards, 2022 Dr. Dan's Signature Collection White Blend. Wonderful. So we have finished the best in class, and now we come to best in category, which is very, very competitive. So we have some wonderful wines to share with you, and we're going to announce the winners. So we're going to start with the best sparkling. You know who you are. I'm going to ask you to turn on your camera. Damiani Wine Cellars.
Hello, Wanda.
Congratulations. So we have Katie Larwood, the winemaker, and your Damiani Wine Cellars 2017 Brut Méthode Champenoise is the best sparkling. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. Share it with all of you.
We always say, you know, traditional method wine, technically very challenging and also requires so much patience.
Yes.
What inspired you to go this route and make a traditional method wine, champagne style wine here in the Finger Lakes?
Well, we've been actually making sparkling wine method champenoise for 20 years. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. So 2004 was our first vintage. So it's certainly part of our wheelhouse from the get-go. But as you said, patience is key. It's also quite a bit of a labor of love type of wine to make. So we love it. We love drinking it. We love making it. And we love sharing it.
And I always like to say, you know, the method may be the same as champagne, but this is not an imitation of champagne. So what does this express about your terroir in the Finger Lakes?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, yes, we do not want to be champagne, nor are we, but we use the traditional champagne grapes of Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier, and Pinot Noir in our Brut. And the idea is to highlight each vineyard, each vintage, if it's a vintage wine, and really showcase what's truly special about each site specifically within the Finger Lakes region.
Well, I have a glass here. I raise a glass to you. So all
Cheers.
of you. So congratulations and thank you so much. Congratulations, Damiani, best sparkling wine.
Thank you, Wanda.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to turn your camera off. Next category, again, fierce competition. We have the best white. And the winner is, drum roll, Dr. Constantine Frank 2022 Reserve Riesling from the Finger Lakes. And we have with us Megan Frank, Vice President, and her father, Fred Frank, President. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Wanda. We're so honored. We're so honored for this wine, especially being that it's our Riesling, which has been a part of our story for over 60 years.
So true. Your winery is really one of the pioneers of the Finger Lakes region, but you continue to innovate. You know, you have such a beautiful portfolio, but clearly Riesling is something that's very near and dear. So tell us about this reserve Riesling with a bit of botrytis, which really is something special.
Absolutely. Yeah, we make 9 different styles of Riesling. So Riesling is a huge part of what we do. But we particularly love when we have the chance to work with botrytis, the noble rat, because what happens is it changes not only the flavor, but also the chemistry of the wine, increases the acid and the sugar, creates really beautiful tropical honey notes. We're really excited about this wine, and we personally just love to have it also with different foods, particularly like blue cheese or something very rich.
Well,
It's a
the
really nice.
aroma is very captivating. So I'm going to take a sip, raise a glass to you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you.
So again, this was the best white is our Dr. Constantine Frank 2022 Reserve Riesling. Up next, best pink wine. And the winner is Fulkerson Winery 2023 Estate Syrah Rosé, also from the Finger Lakes. Can I ask you to turn on your camera? Ah, there you are. Look at those smiles. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we have with us today Sarah Fulkerson, owner, and Dan Gobush, the winemaker. So where did this passion for rosé come from?
Several years ago, after our Syrah started producing, our son Stephen, came up with the idea of using that for a rosé, it's very unique. And on the soil, which is sandy on the south end and shale on the north end, it produces a wonderful style.
What I love is in keeping with the boldly New York theme, you went with a very bold, bright, like eye-catching rosé. This is no meek, subtle pink. Was that intentional, or just as the wine was developing, you're like, you know what? This is the taste we like. How did this come about, the shade?
Well, we saw it as soon as it was pressed. It only had about 3 to 4 hours of skin contact. It was a direct press right into our tank. And the minute I saw that bright color, I knew it wasn't going to be a mouthful, and it certainly did turn out to be that. It's a beautiful wine.
You know, I've heard a lot of winemakers that they love making rosé because it's actually much harder than people realize to make, and they just love the taste, right?
It is.
It
brightens up the day. It certainly does. It's vibrant, lively acidity on this. Super grapefruit flavors. It's really a pleasant wine to drink.
Well, congratulations to you, Fulkerson Winery, for winning Best Pink Wine with your 2023 Estate Syrah Rosé. Cheers.
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 Oh, that's good. Okay, so our final best in class is Best Dessert Wine, and the winner is Weiss Vineyards 2018 Riesling Ice Wine. Hello, hello.
Hi. Oh, we're so excited.
I want to.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, dessert wine, sometimes people, get a little scared of dessert wine, but you embraced it, and clearly the results. There we go.
Yeah, like one thing with dessert wine is especially the ice wine has a nice balance. You have that acidity stand up against the sweetness, so it's not sweet, or it's balanced, and that's the nice part that the ice wine has. And also, like with this one, a little bit aged, really get some nice notes, like some petrol notes as well.
And once again, we're just seeing the versatility of Riesling.
Yes, makes great dry wines, but also great dessert wines with the acidity as a Riesling has.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on winning Best Dessert Wine, Weiss Vineyards 2018 Riesling Ice Wine. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have our Best Red. The winner is Raphael Winery with their 2019 Cabernet Franc Reserve from Long Island. The Long Islanders here.
Don't forget about Long Island.
Don't forget about Long Island.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So Cabernet Franc, even though New York, we have so many different types of grapes that winemakers are working with, I'm seeing a real, a lot of momentum with Cab Franc. So why do you like working with it?
Well, number one, I'll say it is just doing phenomenal in the farm. It just is very happy with our soil, and it's just the best growing vines we have right now. And I'll turn it over to Anthony.
I mean, it's a great varietal for not just Long Island, but upstate. I think it's great that it won best red wine, because it's definitely one of the best red wines upstate and down here across Long Island. I think many of the vineyards are growing it and working with it now. So it just shows really well, winter hardy, and fully ripens even in cooler climates. So.
That's wonderful. We should say, Long Island just celebrated 50 years of winemaking last year, right? So still young, but still so much innovation, and I think in quality. And I think this is a great example of that. So thank you, Anthony Napa, winemaker, and Julie Petrocelli Vergari, who's the owner. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wanda. Cheers.
Cheers. That is a lovely red. Okay. Now we move on to the Governor's Cup. And I think at this point, we invite everyone to come back on the screen. Is that correct? Or maybe it's incorrect. Well, I'm here to present the Governor's Cup Award because Governor Hochul could not make it. So that makes me the governess for about 90 seconds here in the state of New York, but I promise to be a benevolent leader. But I'm so excited. This award is one that really honors just the quality, creativity, and just really all that New York has to offer. And again, shows the world, as I said before, that when it comes to winemaking, don't count New York out. We just have so much to offer. So there can only be one winner. And this year it is for the best wine. Drum roll. Weiss Vineyards for their 2018 Riesling Ice Wine.
Oh, we're so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would you like to thank the Academy? Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just really excited, happy to be here with all of these fantastic producers.
Yeah.
So you are the Governor's Cup Award winner. Such a beautiful honor, well earned. And I love seeing a power couple in wine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So beautiful. So there's another big award coming up, and that is Winery of the Year. And the winner is Weiss Vineyards. Come back on the screen.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Congratulations, Peter and Ashley Weiss.
Thank you.
This is actually, I understand, your second time winning Winery of the Year. You won it back in 2022.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so great.
Yeah.
And what
we're
a
so
great
excited.
photo of the two of you.
Oh, don't know what to say.
Speechless, happy. Thank you, the team. Thank you, all our grape growers for the grapes that we don't grow ourselves. Yeah, honored and humbled, and yeah.
Well, I want to thank all of the winners. I want to thank all of the winemakers at the over 500 wineries. I want to thank the 70,000 people who are working in the wineries. I want to thank the New York Wine and Grape Foundation for really creating this opportunity to showcase New York wines and to celebrate what we do. So I raise a glass. I have so many glasses to raise, but cheers. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next year. Congratulations to all the winners, and this marks the end of the 2024 awards ceremony for the New York Wine Classic. Cheers.